words about the bris. And I realize as I'm saying this that I have stood in this room during many, many brises in the 6 years in which I served as the rabbi of this community. And at each one of them, Bruce and I would look at each other and say, "Thank God for daughters." And I have to say that I feel that intensely in this moment. Our tradition teaches us that parents are obligated to hold a Sudat Mitzvah, a festive meal for certain events. These events are a brit milah, pidyon haben, a bar mitzvah, and a wedding. 3 of these events are unlike the other. They are unapologetically happy. The redemption of firstborn sons from the kedusha of the priesthood to the kedusha of the family, a bar mitzvah, and a wedding are moments for parents of pure joy. A brit milah, on the other hand, is a complicated ritual, one that, of course, is joyful. And I really feel that joy in considering what it means for our son to grow up as a part of the Jewish people, and also in seeing all of you here to celebrate this. But I also have to acknowledge that this ritual is painful. It's painful for the baby, and it's painful for the parents. And so I want to explore for just a moment how I've come to understand the joy and the pain, and also to explain the uneasy pact, which is not quite a truce, but a pact that I have come to feel in following the command to enter our son into the covenant of the Jewish people. And so I ask, why do we inflict our sons with pain in order to covenantally bond them with Judaism? There are 2 names for the Jewish people, Yehudim and Yisraelim. The term Yehudim comes from Yehudah, the 4th son of Jacob and Leah. Its root is Hoda'ah, his praise. The Torah teaches us that when Leah gave birth to Yehudah, "Vatomer hapa'am odeh et Adonai, al ken kara shmo Yehudah," she said. "This time I will praise God." Therefore she named him Yehudah. And the Midrash teaches that in the history of the world, no one ever thanked God as intensely as Leah did in that moment. So we call ourselves a people of Hoda'ah. We are Yehudim. We follow God's command to wrest blessing from every experience, to find joy, to coexist with all the moments that God gives us in a spirit of gratitude. And it's the Yehudim part of the equation that I feel as I think about our son and the wonderful community of family and friends that will surround him in his life. But we are also Yisraelim, a name that Jacob is given a bit later in the story. When terrified of his impending encounter with Esav, he wrestles with a strange being. At the end of this struggle, the mysterious being tells him, "Your name will no longer be Yaakov, but Yisrael, for you have struggled with beings divine and human, and you have prevailed." And so in addition to praise, wired into the Jewish experience of the universe is the reality of struggle. Struggle with other people, struggle with God, struggle with the realities of the world as we experience them. And the hope of being named Yisrael is that we, like Jacob, prevail through that struggle enough to find the blessing within it, but also that we align ourselves with the pain and struggles of the world, and that we work as partners with God in the repair of the world. And so our hope for our son, Natan Micah, who will be called Natan, is that in entering the covenant of the Jewish people and celebrating his birth, and also in not shielding him from the pain of Milah, that he finds himself among both Yehudim and Yisraelim, both among the people of praise and also among the people of struggle. We hope that he will develop the ongoing capacity to be a person of praise and gratitude, and also that he will find the blessing in his own struggles and embrace the responsibility to be an agent of repair in this world, that he will feel empathy and indeed pain at the struggles faced by so many people on this earth, and that he will find his own ability to in some way help to create a world of greater happiness for all people.
Amen.